Welcome to Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines with my man, Coach Vick.
What's going on today?
Man, it's Christmas spirit, baby. It's time.
It's time to go.
Shopping done. I hope everybody got the shopping done, Coach, because I was a last-minute shopper.
Negative. I gotta go Tuesday.
Well, Coach,
You know the best deal. You know the best deals are on Tuesday, right? So you gotta wait. You know that. Forget Black Friday. You gotta go like the day before, man. That's the day before.
Back Tuesday or something. We can call it Throwback Tuesday. Coach, you get all your shopping done though?
No.
No.
I got all the grandkids. I gotta get mama.
I got to get mama. We went last night. We went Saturday night. Zoe's list is like I guess she thinks her daddy makes a lot of money because everything is a Lululemon. I don't even know the AOL. I learned a new store last night, Coach.
What's that?
My wife said we need to go to the garage. I thought she's telling me let's go eat.
You gotta go eat.
I want to eat, Coach. It wasn't eat, Coach. It was a new store. $90 sweats, Coach, with some sweats, and I was like, man, these sweats better be famous and whatever, you know. So I guess
you thought you were getting a cheap dinner.
I thought I was gonna get me a chicken fried steak or something, Coach. She said, let's go to the garage. I got excited. So I ran around Penn Square Mall, and she said, no, baby, the store. And I was like, oh man. But hey, that's what it is, though. You know, I love Christmas, though. I tell my kids, they know one thing about me. Christmas and your birthday, you get anything you want if it's in my budget. A lot of times I keep it in my budget because one thing I do, I try to save it. I try to take my bonuses and I put them back for Christmas. The grandkids love it. So my grandson, his first really Christmas, we got him some stuff. We got him a little piano. He likes music.
Okay.
Got my granddaughter. My granddaughter, you know, I guess she's big into cheer now, so she wanted a cheer mat. So, but you know, so Papa, Santa Claus, Papa, you know, he'll take care of those little things. So it's always good with the kids. When the older kids, I just get them gift cards. So usually our tree has.
Isn't that what it is now? Gift cards. I mean,
I give gift cards. I don't like giving my wife gift cards, but I give the kids gift cards.
Yeah, you know, this reminds me of when I was little. You know, when I was little, when we were back on the railway, you had to go back and you picked your gift in August, and Mama put it on the railway, but you knew you were getting. It was in August. So we shop for adults shop for that way now. Like, what do you want, babe? Okay, just go ahead and get it. I'll pay for it. You know what I mean? I hate to do it, but, you know. But it's kind of like that way.
I hate shopping for Jessica. Every year she usually looks at the gift and kind of throws it to the back. So usually, I mean, she kind of told me what she wanted this year, so that's kind of good. But Coach, man, I know basketball was kind of wild last week with all the games getting changed to Friday afternoon or Thursday, and so some good games. But you know, everybody's in break. Everybody's getting ready for some big tournaments coming up. I know you're going to be covering a lot of the tournaments these next couple weeks, next week or so. I think next week everybody be practicing, getting ready for the Tournament of Champions and getting ready for the Mustang big tournament they do out there. So we got some good tournaments going on these next week or so. So some good basketball, some good teams. I know we got a young lady all the way from Owasso, outstanding basketball player, volleyball player. We're going to have on the show tonight. Got a chance to watch her game last week against Midwest City and put up some big numbers, Coach. I think she had 28 points and 12 rebounds. That's good. That's a double-double. That's a good double-double, you know. And you know, it's funny because they started talking about the Brooklyn Henderson show. It became the Madi Hill show at the end because she put on the show and let the Lady Bombers know, hey, we taking this third place trophy back to Owasso. So we'll bring her on and we'll talk to her. But Coach, anything else before we bring her on, though?
No, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, she's an elite athlete in both sports. You know, she's an all-star type material in both sports. I think she's going to get offers in both. And, you know, I'm just curious how you do that. I mean, I'm excited to get the chance to hear. Tell me, how do you do two sports at that level? You know, we talk about days of specializing. This young lady's good at both of them. Yeah,
Coach. I mean, you talking about a young lady that's outstanding in you know, basketball and volleyball. And you know, in volleyball, Oklahoma's picked up so much now that it's become an elite sport here. A lot of girls have walked away from the game of basketball to go play volleyball now, and this young lady's doing both. So it just tells you how talented she is. And so I think the listeners and people that get to watch this show is going to get a chance to learn a lot about Madi Hill. And like, not only is she an outstanding basketball player, Coach, but she's also an outstanding volleyball player.
Let's bring the table.
Well, let me get to my spot, Coach. You know, I gotta find my spot. So let me get there. We started playing a little Christmas music. I got in the Christmas spirit. So I'm ready, Coach. I'm ready. Bring it to the table.
Bring it to the table.
Well, folks, entering the game is Miss Madi Hill. What's up, Maddie?
Hi.
Glad you could join us this Sunday night, man. I know you're getting ready for Christmas and basketball. Are you guys in any tournaments, or are y'all done until next semester?
We're pretty much done until next semester. Our first game back is January 6th, so we have a little bit of time to work some stuff out.
That's good, Maddie. Like I said, you guys get a chance to, rest some legs. And it's funny, Coach. One of Zoe's early Christmas gifts was I ordered them boots that you put your legs in, and I don't even know what they call, Coach.
Normatec,
I guess.
yes.
I ordered that, and she got it today. So that was one of her early gifts because when we went to Arkansas, the girls were all sharing the boots, and one of them didn't work. So I was like, man, how you gonna do the boots if you got 10, 11 girls trying to share boots? So I wouldn't got my baby her own boots. So she got her own boots. So that's one of her early Christmas gifts. You got any of those boots, Maddie?
Yes, I love them so much. I'm in them all the time.
That's what I hear. My son-in-law, he played college basketball. I'm not my son. My son-in-law played college basketball over at Arkansas Tech, and he would always have them on. And last night I was talking, I saw him on in the picture, and he had him on last night. I'm like, you don't even play no more, but my daughter said they're good to have just to have. So I hope they go to good use though. But Maddie, man, I know me and Coach V, we talk a lot about you, we hear a lot about your game. For the listeners that don't know you, will you tell us a little bit about yourself? Then we'll ask you questions.
I am a junior at Owasso High School, and I've been playing basketball since I was like 7 years old. So I've kind of always been in the basketball world. I've kind of always loved the game, loved doing it. For a really long time, I played basketball and softball, but I ended up quitting softball and decided to move to volleyball. So now that's kind of like my thing. Basketball and volleyball is what I do, and I love it so much, and I wouldn't change that for anything. But yeah.
You said you started playing at a young age. When did you start playing competitive basketball, though?
Honestly, I've kind of always been playing competitive basketball. I think I started super competitive when I was probably 12 is when we started going to some bigger tournaments and getting some bigger games. So I think that's when it started getting a little bit more serious for me and my teams and all my teammates.
When did you pick up competitive volleyball?
I actually started about 4.5 years ago. So I haven't been playing for as long, but I've definitely right when I started volleyball, I picked up a competitive team and I started at the school. So it became very fast for me, but it was a lot, and in a good way. It was a lot.
I played against volleyball players, one that went to OU at another school, and does it help you on your timing of your jump and your balance on your jump, things like that? Because you got the net call, and so you got to go straight up. You can't. They're very good shot blockers, Tony. Volleyball players are, because they know how to go straight up.
Well, Coach, you answered that question. She just had 12 boards, Coach. No, she can get up.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, does it help you some as far as your jumping ability?
I do think it does help me a lot because, volleyball and basketball, they're really different sports, but also you work on a lot of the same things. If it's explosiveness, if it's how you move on the floor, how you make cuts, how you turn, all that stuff is very important for both sports. So I think it's really helpful to play two sports that are really like each other because it makes it easier to train.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you grab the rim? Can you grab the rim?
No.
No, I had to ask. I mean, slap the backboard though, right? Easy.
Yeah, I can get up there.
Okay. Well, Maddie, I want to ask you, about your tournament last weekend at over at the Norman tournament, the Lawson tournament. You guys ended up finishing third. Lost a tough game to Dell City, 53-54. What was that game like? I didn't get to see any film on that, but I know a little bit about Dell City. So, what was that game like?
It was pretty physical. I'll say my team isn't used to that much physicality because that's why we entered the tournament, to see the teams on the other side, these big state tournament teams that we know we're going to have to play up against at some point. So we want to play them now to see where we compare. So I think it was a really great game. We found out a lot about ourselves mentally and physically, and a good rotation for the team, and like how we have people coming on the court, off the court, and just big things we need to focus on. But I think like some shots could have been made, some like defensive plays could have happened, but I'm really proud of our team for what we did, because it was a very big game and like we did the best we could.
No, Del City is a really solid team. We're in
Yes.
5A. My daughter's in 5A, so I know a lot of those girls, Sasha, McAllister, a lot of those young ladies. And that team, Coach Mariah, Coach White, she's been, she's a big time player. She played at K-State, played at Memphis City, was like leading scorer. So this team has been building for a few years, and so she's done a great job with them. And it's good for them, to go play a 6A team and get the win. But like you said, but I like what you just said. It gets us ready, because you guys are going to compete. You're going to have to go against Union. You're going to have to go against Bixby. You're going to have to go against PC North. Everybody's is handing PC North, but with you and your teammate, I always get her name mixed up. Coach, I'm gonna tear it up. We had on the show.
Guard?
No, the forward. Saddleback. You and Saddleback. You guys can stretch the floor a lot because I tell you, you took over that Middle City game, man. I mean, you got hot. Started hitting threes. I mean, you had a turnaround. I mean, just what you did in the game was just really opened my eyes up a lot. It's like, man, this young lady can play. Then me and Coach started talking. He's like, man, Tony, she's a hell of a volleyball player too. So it just showed. I think it showed the state. People that don't get to see you on this side of the state that, hey, this young lady is for real. So I know we got some questions we're going to ask you, but as far as your recruiting goes, man, I mean, you're going to have to probably make a tough choice if you're going to go D1. Basketball or D1's volleyball, because I mean you are a really good basketball player.
Thank you.
Coach, talk about your team. I mean, I know some of your team. Do you really have any seniors on that team? Because I think juniors down is what I know.
We have a girl, her name's Sarah Oakley. She was injured last year with like a foot injury, so she didn't really play much. And she really helps her team out a lot. She's like 6 foot. She can shoot. She's more of a point guard, but like she can make moves down low. She's kind of like, she's an all-around good player. So she helps a lot. And our other senior, she actually just tore her ACL. So she's not able to play this season, but she's still going to be like really good to have on the bench. And like, she's still a great leader no matter what. So
I missed Oakley. I forgot Oakley was out last year with the injury. So
yeah.
I mean, I knew that you had some other players that were, Macy and those kids were younger, and I totally forgot about Sarah. But I remember her older sister. What was her older sister?
Yes, she played. I played basketball with her my freshman year.
Okay, she was an all-stater, and now I played, I think D2 level. I think if I remember right.
Yeah, she went to Missouri Southern.
Okay. All right, Tony.
Well, I also want to ask you, how do you balance training for two sports without burning yourself out? Because like I said, I know you got to put a lot of time in with basketball, shooting, and all the things you did. Then you got to turn around and do volleyball. So how do you do that without getting burnt out?
I think I set like all my trainings and like I plan my weeks out kind of in advance, so I know what I have coming up. I know like when I have availability, when I don't, and like I really try and make my friends and family and like all that stuff kind of a priority, because I know like once I get to a higher level, like it becomes a lot more. So while I have more free time and I can make my own schedule, like have a little bit of free time with it and still be able to be the kid that I want to be, but be able to do what I love doing. No,
that's good, Tony. Like I said, you got to enjoy high school, man. I always wonder why some of these kids go to these prep schools, because I think it's really cool that you can go to a prom or go to a high school football game and cheer your team on, or different sports. I think some of these kids, man, I think they miss out not being a lot of these kids now are taking classes from home and don't even go to school unless it's time to practice. So I wouldn't want to put that on my kid or any other kid, because I think high school is what you have those memories. You're always going to remember those games. You're going to remember that football game or that prom or whatever is going on, and walking through the halls and laughing and giggling. And I just think sitting at home, I don't think you get that. But that's cool though, because it is a tough balance to try to do both, especially with two sports that's right now. Especially with women's volleyball, it's got to the point that it's crazy. Because if you look at the numbers, and if you start looking at the numbers in women's basketball, they've trickled down, but you're seeing 30, 40 girls on a volleyball court. I don't even know how many can go on the court at one time. How many can go on the court at one time?
6 on one
6.
side.
So you got 30-some girls on the volleyball team, and now most basketball teams got 15 to 16 girls. I think, Coach Vick, you got 19?
I got 19. I did volleyball for a year. You got 6, and one of them, all she could do is set. I don't remember. Libre or whatever you call it.
How many girls do you have on y'all's a Wausau basketball team?
What'd you say?
How many girls do you have on the Wausau basketball team?
We're kind of a little bit short-handed. I think we're like 11. Maybe.
Is that what freshmen in varsity?
No, that's with like mainly varsity. So there is some other like freshmen and sophomores, but they don't really like
get to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the basketball numbers is down. A lot of girls has made that switch to go to volleyball, which you can't be mad at them because it's a good sport. It gives out scholarships too. And I was just watching earlier, there were some girls playing volleyball on TV. So it's a good sport. I used to think you had to be like 6'2" to 6'3" to play volleyball, but now it's starting to get to the point you got some, shorter girls is getting a chance to play the game.
Yeah.
So which one do you like more?
I get this question all the time. And I honestly it really depends on what season I'm in. Like, it depends on, I can't ever pick a favorite because I love both so equally and I love both so much. So I can never fully pick a favorite.
So I got this one for you. Which sport pushes you more outside of your comfort zone, and why?
I think with them being very similar, they're also very different in the way that basketball is a very physical game, and you can train by yourself, you can work out by yourself. It's kind of easy to work through all of your problems. It's a little bit easier to do that with. But I think mentally, volleyball is a lot more challenging because you can't physically go against an opponent. You can't push them around in the paint like you can in basketball, or you can't it's more of a mind game because if you mess up, the next ball is coming right at you. So I think they're both very challenging, but in very different ways. And I think that's kind of why it's I love playing both because it's so balancing in both ways. It makes me such a balanced person.
Good answer.
What part of volleyball do you like most? The spiking or the setting or the serving?
Okay, well, I think hitting because I like to hit the ball hard, and sometimes if you hit it hard, it just ends the point right there. You get the point and it's over with. But I also really love passing because I'm kind of a defensive player too. So if a big girl goes up and hits the ball hard and I dig it, then it's then I set up my teammates to make a great kill or set or whatever. So I don't love setting. Setting is really hard, and it's probably one of the hardest things in volleyball. But I love hitting.
So educate me real quick. How do you score in volleyball? Because I don't know nothing about volleyball.
Okay, you can either miss a serve, which obviously that'd be kicking the ball out of bounds for basketball and whatever. You can hit it and it hits the floor immediately and you automatically get the point. If you pass the ball up and your teammate sets it and they get a kill, then that's another point. If you're in the net, it's a point for the other team. If you're underneath the midline underneath the net, that's a point for the other team. There's a lot of different rules.
The one thing, Tony, when I coached, or I didn't coach, help assist, was you can't say nothing as a coach.
You can't talk at all?
No, you can't argue. You're not supposed to argue. You put a sub in. And part of it sometimes is because they only have one referee, and that's the one that judges the net. Everybody else, I won't say they're volunteers, but they kind of are. And if you're playing a home game, then what are you going to yell at? Your own person that's helping?
So a lot of the time it's on the court, you have a captain, and that is the only person that can really talk to the ref. And if you're the coach, you really can't yell at the ref. You really can't go over and talk to him unless it's the ref comes to you and talks to you first. So you kind of have to talk through your player. And I've had to deal with it. My coach comes up and yells at me. I'm I didn't make the call. I'm just trying to communicate for you guys. So you really have to communicate through a player, and that's kind of where it gets hard as a coach.
Yeah, I did it. I helped one year, and I was like, this ain't for me. I got to stand up. I got to say
something.
That'd
be tough, coach, not to talk. It'd be really, really tough.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Hill, I got a question. One last one. What's one thing that people don't see behind the scene that defines you as an athlete?
Um, I mean, no one really ever sees like the workouts or the hard trainings or any of the like recovery or like late night recovery is something a lot of people don't see, and I think that's kind of what has shaped me to be the person that like I am right now, because not very many people come and watch you work out like they come and watch you play, or
Yes,
like
ma'am.
they don't see you in the recovery room or like in a hot tub or a sauna or an ice tub. Like no one sees that, but like that's how
I love it.
that's how you
'Cause I,
become
I,
who you
I
are.
feel you because, my daughter gets mad at me. I chase her balls, man. I'm thinking, if you didn't miss, I would have to chase it. But, you're right about that because it is a lot of work, man. And like, I like what you said earlier, when you get to the next level, it gets even tougher because it's a job, even though you're a student athlete in college, they're still paying you to go there. I mean, they're paying for your scholarship. I tell people all the time, if your parents, if your kid gets a scholarship, it's like winning the lottery because it's $100,000 scholarship, even more nowadays. So to all these young men and women that's out there working to get that scholarship, it's hard work. And I tell people all the time, as parents, we pay for the scholarship up front.
Yep.
All the tournaments that we take you to, the training and all the things we do, we take you up front. I have a student athlete. He wrestles at UCO. We had him on a show weeks ago, me and Vic, and just all the stuff that I did with him, and I'm doing it again with my daughter. I have a daughter she's a freshman. She's at Carl Albert, and we do a lot of training. She plays on a team out of state. She plays for Drive Nation. So we got to drive to Dallas almost every weekend. Right now, we've been kind of slacking, but school ball's in, and Coach Ed and Dib know. So, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time on the highway, a lot of time in the car, a lot of time on the airplane, or just in the hotel. I remember one last summer. I think me and my wife, we was gone so much that we stayed more time in a hotel than we did our house. So
Yep.
I know your family does the same thing. So
Yeah.
for a student athlete, man, it adds up. And, I'll tell you the coolest thing is, with my kids, they tell me that, hey, thank you, for doing this. Cause my mom, I was a single, my mom was a single, parent. So it was me and my brothers and she couldn't do it. So I tell all these young, men and women that's out there getting this stuff taken care of, you got to be blessed because like I said, I mean, I look at you as a young lady, man. You're going to make it big time in this world, man. Just
Thank
listen
you.
to you talk. If you don't play sports, I mean, you're gonna do something big. I mean, just the way you carry yourself. You don't carry yourself as a 16, 17-year-old young lady. I mean, you're a young woman. You can just tell you when you're ready for the next chapter. So good luck to you. I'm not getting off the
Thank
show,
you.
but I just love the way you carry yourself though. A lot of times
Thank you.
we have these, young women on here. Some of them scared to talk, but I tell you, you've done a great job. We might add you to the show full time.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Well, what advice do you have to give these young ladies that think they have to do only one sport and they can't fit two in there, whether it's a matter of time, whether it's a matter of training? I mean, again, like we said, you are one of those two sport athletes, and maybe three. I don't know if you do anything in the summer as well or spring, but I know you're at the level of volleyball and basketball. What advice can you give young ladies sitting there trying to decide, should I just do one or should I do both?
I mean, I always say like just try it. You can always say no. You can always or you can always keep going. Like there's nothing that can hurt you in the process of trying another sport. It is a lot and it's very like time consuming and it's really hard on your body and like mentally, physically, but it's probably one of the most rewarding things like ever, because you work so hard and you work like day in and day out, and then going into a game or going into anything and knowing like I'm going to be okay because I work so hard all the time for it. So I think like just try it. Like you're going to fall in love with it, and if you don't, you can always just say no and just go to one sport.
Great advice. How long did it take the softball coach quit coming around saying, come on, Maddie, come on. You look, you're playing volleyball. You can play it two sports.
Well, he
how long
still
did it take?
does. He still comes around all the time. Our softball team won a state championship about, I think, 2 years ago. And he's like, Maddie, you could have a state championship. You could have won. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I had to do what I wanted to do. But all of the coaches have been very supportive with, like, every decision I've made. So, and he was probably one of the biggest ones, too, that was like, I'm happy for you and you're gonna do great. But like, if you ever want to come back, you can always come back.
I got to ask you this, Maddie. Been there in Owasso with Tulsa Union and Jinx, Bigsby, all right there, big time, basketball, football schools and all that. Have you been approached like, hey, come to Union, join us, or any of the other schools? Because you're a great player. I'm pretty sure everybody probably just like, hey, come over here, because nowadays everybody want to put this power team together. So I had to ask you. Have you been approached to like, hey, come join us?
I think there's sometimes that girls are like, you should just come over here. Like, this is our year. We're doing it this year. And I'm always like, I'm good where I'm at. Like, we work really hard all the time. Like, we do what we do as a team, as a family. And if it doesn't always work out for like us, we know we have each other. But I will I've been approached sometimes. It's like, you should come over here. You should come try it over here, maybe.
Hey, everybody got to try something, But like I said, I can see that though. But who's y'all's rival though? Over there in that side of town in Tulsa.
Well, obviously Bigsby and obviously Union. They both have great teams. We have always kind of been like each other's, or at least for Owasso, like our rivals. And Bigsby has a great team. We just played them, and I think it kind of like, from where we were last year, we were really young, and there was a lot of us that had never had varsity experience. So coming into this year, we were just like, this is a matchup game. This is to see where we are compared to where we were last year. And honestly, like, I'm really proud of how we played, because we have improved so much, and we've done so many games. What?
Who won?
Bigsby.
What was the score?
I think it was like, I don't know, 61-51. We lost by 10.
Ain't bad, Like I said, Bigsby's a team. It's a state tournament team that could easily won state last year. Was in the running. So is Union. So, like you said, you had a lot of, and that's the thing about it. When you have a lot of girls that haven't had varsity experience or not playing AAU ball and just nothing but high school ball, it can be tough. Bigsby's a team. We got a good chance to see Bigsby here in a week or so, because I think they're in the college. Coach, I think they're in the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in tournament champions. So I think we play Dell first, and then if we win that game, we'll have a chance to play Bigsby. I got a chance to watch them a little bit on TV. They played in I think they played in their own tournament. They had their own Bigsby tournament.
Yes.
So I got a chance to watch them a little bit. I think they lost some girls from last year, but I think they're still pretty loaded this year. I think they're a really good shooting team. They seem really aggressive too, though. I've kind of watched them, and that time I watched them in their tournament, man, they seem really aggressive, get after you, though. But good thing about it. Who's all in y'all's district?
We have Ponca City, we have Bigsby, we have Union.
Ooh, tough.
Yeah, we got both.
Yeah. You got Enid.
I do think we have Enid. We have.
And you got Northwest Classen.
Yes. Do we have? I think we have some sort of Putnam City. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably got Putnam City West or something like that.
Yeah, I think we do.
No,
but
at least it ain't North.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough. You still got a tough district when you got Bigsby and Union in there. So when do y'all play Union?
We actually January 6th. It's our first game back. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, second semester.
Yeah.
That's good
Is
stuff.
that at home or away?
Yeah, it's home. So it's gonna be
okay.
So what kind of crowd do y'all bring? Y'all bring a pretty good crowd?
Honestly, like, we have a lot of great fans. I think our students fans aren't the best. We don't travel with them very well.
They gotta get the fans there, man. They gotta
buddy.
But I do think our parents and our family, they do a really good job of showing up for everyone, because I think we don't have very much support from our age group, so they got to show up for us.
It's funny, you say that, Maddie, because I get so mad because, now it seems like the young men and women don't want to come. I remember back in the day, we used to be in school, we had the BS crew, and they would come with Kentucky Fried Chickens on their head and taunting the crowd, or have newspaper. Crosson, I think Crosson has one of the best fan support. When I went to their games, man, they're loud and obnoxious. They had chants. They're all together. I feel like now, man, been to some of our games, high school games, man, we don't really pack the house out. The kids don't come, and we're charging $1 to get in. We even get to the point we're going to start trying to do a $200 gift card if you win or something. And, if you hit a free throw or something, man, they don't come like they used to. And I know a lot of it is because they're streaming a lot on TV and people can sit in front of their TV and watch the game. But I love the fan base because the hard work that these young men and women put in for the games, and you love somebody to be there cheering you when you knock down a three. So I wish, I'm doing a shout out to everybody going into second semester. Man, get out and support these young women because, like I said, you love to have that crowd. You want that somebody to talk about in class. Hey, man, you hit that three. So I think we've gotten bad at the point that our generation of kids don't get out and support. Man, they'd rather be sitting in front of the video game playing Fortnite or whatever they play these days, Robot Cops or whatever. So, but I mean, I just think we got to get the kids out, man. And we're talking about that on our tipping club. It's like, how can we get people in the stands? I mean, I'll tell you one person, I don't know, use at the Midwest City, they bring a good crowd because they usually bring a pretty good crowd when they play.
I mean, no, they didn't have very many. It was during a school day, so I think that kind of like changed it a little bit, but there wasn't very many, honestly.
Yeah, they usually bring a pretty good crowd. That Midwest City Dell City game, man, it's crazy. We have Midwest City, I think January the 30th, and I'll tell you, to be standing room only when Midwest City and Carl Harbor play. It's like a big rival, so it should be a crazy game. Kind of like you guys playing Union and Bigsby. Coach, anything else you got?
Well, you play travel volleyball, right?
Yes, I do.
You kind of go from one gym to another?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question. I think you're responsible enough to do it. Myself, I might have done this. I might have showed up to a basketball game with my volleyball jersey, and I might have went like, it's the same number. I mean, whatever. Have you ever done that? You ever kind of like left one jersey at home and showed up and, oh my gosh, the wrong jersey?
I've never left one of my jerseys and brought the wrong one. So,
What about shoes?
Well, with shoes, it's kind of easy because they're the same shoe. So I could wear either one of them. But when I played softball, I broke my finger, but I was still playing. So I was like running the bases and I left my cleats at home and my mom was ready to hurt me. So
I got one better than that, man. I got one better than that.
She was pretty mad about it, but we figured it out and I got to wear some other cleats and then I just played.
That's a tough deal. Gabe did that to me. We wrestled in Tulsa National. He's like the third matchup and we get to our hotel, we change and all that. We get to the arena. And when the kids done something wrong, they have that look in their face like they're digging in the bag. They know it's not in there, but they don't want to tell the parent that it's not in there. And he keeps digging. I'm thinking, how much stuff do you have in there, son? You got to have your shoes. And he finally goes, Dad, I don't have them. Man, I cussed and screamed. And then I had to go buy some from Arena. And so instead of being $50 wrestling shoes, I ended up paying like $140 for some cheap shoes.
Yeah.
I was so mad at him. At the end of the night, he goes, Dad, I'm sorry. And I said, man, you're all right. But, I just know how that is as a parent, though. You get to Arena, like I always ask before, especially when you're going out of town, I always say, do you have your ball? Do you have your shoes? Do you have this? Do you have that? Let's do a checklist. So I know as a kid, and sometimes it can be tough trying to, figure everything out. Well, Maddie, how's your recruiting going, though? I know you're a two-sport athlete, but how's that going?
It's going pretty good. While I was injured, it kind of got like a little quiet, but I tried to stay in like talking to the schools and tried to stay in communication with them to know that's like, even though I'm out, it doesn't mean like I'm not trying to talk or I'm not trying to like get to know you guys more. So it's picked up a lot more and it's gotten a lot better, but it's still like recruiting's a long process. So I think I still have a long way to go and we'll see how it ends up.
Coach, I got a question for you, because you're a junior, right?
Yes.
So you're a junior. And so for these young listeners and these young, ladies that's, going to watch the show and look up to you, what do you do for your recruiting? Are you active on your Twitter? Are you active on your Instagram? Or, what do you do to help get yourself recruited?
So I'm pretty active on my Twitter. My parents help me run it. So it's not really like I'm in charge of it by myself. They kind of keep an eye on it to make sure
that's good.
What I'm posting is good and like it gets traction on it. So I do think like I'm pretty active on there. I do kind of keep my Instagram a little bit separate. Like I post my basketball stuff. Like I post what I can on there, but I don't get much like recruiting stuff for basketball on the side of it. For
Mhm.
volleyball, I do think like I've gotten a little bit more like stuff on Instagram for volleyball.
So on your Twitter page, since you do volleyball and basketball, do you kind of have
Yes.
two different ones, or
No, I have the same one, and like on my profile picture, I have like a picture of me doing both, and then like in my bio, I have like what I do and like the different teams. So it's pretty even and it's pretty separate, but I'm active on for both sports on my Twitter.
so so when you have like you had a good game the other day, you had 28 points, 12 rebounds. Did you go tag a lot of coaches in it, or you just kind of say these are my stats from the weekend, or do you tag coaches too?
Yes. So we kind of tag like some of the colleges that I've like communicated with. We tag my coaches, like Owasso basketball, my trainers. So like they also have the ability to share it and repost it and
Yes.
get my name out there too. So it's not just I'm doing it all by myself. Like I also have a lot of help from all my coaches.
No, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
I mean, that's good stuff because a lot of times, I mean, we kind of control Zoe's. My wife does. She don't let me do it because I'll probably be too crazy. Me and Coach V, we're going to talk about this because a lot of these kids don't mess with their Twitter. They're worried about Snapchat. They're worried about making a TikTok. I always get on the minds like, did you tag that coach? Did you, but TikTok ain't gonna get you a scholarship.
Yeah.
So I understand that, man. I always try to, me and a parent was talking just the other day, and I was telling parents all the time, so people get tired of me because I tag a lot and I post a lot, but these college coaches want to see, V helped me a lot when I started doing Zoe stuff. He helped me a lot. He educates me a lot on basketball when we started the show. But, if no one's going to, yes, your coach is going to do it, but you have to do it too. You got to put it out there. They got to see that you're active in doing it. So that's good stuff, though. I think, a lot of kids don't do that. I think a lot of kids don't get involved. They just think, oh, I had 20 points. Somebody's going to know. No, you got to put it out there. You got to let people know what you're doing when you're training. Like you said, your trainer, letting when we go to training, I put her stuff on their training because they want to see those things. They want to see how hard are you working, because you can be good. I tell kids all the time. I think I put some up today. I said, keep working. The ones that are sitting at home, we're still working because you got to keep working on your craft. That if it's basketball or volleyball, and you got to double it because you got to do both. So, how many shots you usually try to put up a week though when you're not in the basketball game?
I think it really just depends on like the schedule that week, because I think a lot of times it can differ if I have a game, how many volleyball practices I have a week. So like after basketball practices, I just try and shoot. Like I don't always have a number. I just try and do what I can. If it's with my coach or if it's with one of my teammates, like I try and just shoot and let that be what it is with the amount of time I have.
I love it. Coach V, I love her, man. She say this young lady got it going on. She
does good. I got two questions, one for each sport, and then I'll be done with my questions. One is, I know you don't keep it personal, but I have no problem. A kid ever asked me, how many double doubles do you have? Because every time I see your stats, it's a double double. I mean, you know how many you actually have?
I honestly don't know. I try and play and let it speak for itself, honestly.
Every time I look at stats, it's double double, Tony. Every time.
No,
all right.
She a big
my
one.
My last one goes to volleyball. When you're, is it the hitter, the spiker, whoever? Was it the hitter?
Yeah, I play all the way around, so I kind of do it all.
So be honest now, when you're hitting, do you really aim for that girl to try to just nail her without hurting her in the face? But I'm just like, you better get your hands up, girl, because I'm coming right at you.
I mean, it's not always that I'm aiming at a girl. It's kind of I'm aiming at like a spot, and even sometimes like I'm aiming at the girl's hands that are trying to block me, because sometimes that helps a lot too. But our coach did say, like, if you hit a girl in the face, we bring donuts to the next practice. So it's not always a bad thing, but
Coach is blaming. I like it.
I just wonder. I mean, I'd be like aggressive. I'd be like, I'm aiming for you. I'm aiming for you.
I try to hit it hard, but sometimes like you got to be smart. Sometimes you got to not hit it as hard because maybe they're sitting back. So you just got to be smart.
Good deal. Well, Tony.
Well, Maddie, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I mean, like I said, good luck to you and Owasso Lady Rams. I think you guys are, have done some great things already. As far I know, you lost to Bigsby. What, you got 2 losses, Bigsby and Dale City. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
So I mean, and I tell people all the time, losses are not bad. You learn from losing, and then work on the things you get better. Like I said, the Dale City game could have went either way with 53-54. You lost 10 points by, to Bigsby. I always tell people, I think it's hard when you lose by 25 points, 40 points. How do you make up those points? It's easy to make up 1 point. It's easy to make up 2 points, but 40 points, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. So I think you guys are in great shape, man. I think you're one of the teams that we talk about being in the top 8 to get to state. I think 6A is tough. I think 6A, you got to bring it every night. 5A is not as tough as 6A. I think 4A is kind of tough. You had, Newcastle move, but I think 4A is real tough too. But I think 6A is where it's at though. But, if you guys can make it to the big house, anything can happen. Because I tell you all the time, people get sick, injuries and stuff like that. So you just got to keep battling through it. So I know Coach kind of talked about your injury. What happened to you? Because I don't know. So what
So it was in the winter. We were in like the middle of a tournament, and we were practicing the day before a game, and I came down and landed on top of one of my teammates' foot. Oh. So we just thought of it like as a bad ankle sprain, and just kind of like I didn't practice for the rest of that day. I went to the trainer, did what I could. And it honestly, like, I kept playing on it. I kept rolling it. I kept like just not taking the super extra precautions that I probably should have. And I ended up tearing a bunch of ligaments in my foot. So I ended up having a complete ankle reconstruction on my left foot. And they like fixed the ligaments, they fixed everything inside of it, and then it's called like an interior brace on top of the ligaments. So it's like my ligaments are like seat belted down now. So they're in there.
You got a bionic foot.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I tell everyone. I'm like, I'm mechanically fixed now. Like I'm good. I can go.
So how long was you out for?
It was about 4 months, I'd say. So it wasn't terrible. I was in a hard cast for a little bit, and then most of the time I was in a boot, and then it was just like getting back to running. It was getting back like to the things that I do every single day, but like I couldn't do for 3.5 months.
Man, well, I'm glad you're back.
She was aggressive about it, Tony. She wasn't like sitting back doing 2 hours of PT and the rest of the day. She was showing herself. I mean, she was pushing herself every day.
She's probably shooting free throws, Coach. She's in the chair shooting free throws. She's doing
yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell that. So she was showing people, she was back in the gym and she was getting after it. I mean, I remember watching some of the workouts that you were posting on your X page and stuff like that. So again, doing surprising with the kind of athlete you are and the mindset you have, but the no days off, even with in a boot, didn't still was there for her.
Yeah.
Madi, I think we'll let you go, but I got to ask you before we let you go. What did you ask Santa for Christmas?
Honestly, like, I didn't really ask for anything.
There's not one gift you want your mom and dad to get you?
I mean, I really want a puppy, but I know that's not going to happen, so.
Hey, I got a dog I'll give you, Baxter. Hey, Coach Vick, you can have Baxter.
You don't want Baxter. You don't want Baxter.
He ain't a puppy. But me and him ain't good friends, so we don't see eye to eye. I try to get rid of that dog every day. My wife won't let me, so it is what it is. But Madi, good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Before we go, though, we always let every young lady that comes on the show, Coach V, I don't know if you told her what she got to do before she goes, though. We always tell every young lady, I got to get there. I got to find it. Let me get to the board, find it. We always tell everybody they got to like and subscribe to the show because, we're trying to bring Oklahoma high school girls, all across the state. We've been to Calumet, we've been to Canute, we've been to Pahosky, we've been everywhere. We travel on this show, but if you can, just tell everybody to like and subscribe to the show. Here we go. I'm putting it on the board right now. If they can like and subscribe, throw your thumbs up, and we'll love it. You can say it now.
Like and subscribe.
We got to see the thumbs up, Maddie. Come on now. Double. Hey. Well, Miss Hill, we appreciate you coming on the show, man, joining us on this Sunday evening. I hope you have a great Christmas, a Happy New Year. Go take care of business on January 6th against Union. I know we had the Davis twins. We love you, twin. But Madi Hill gonna get a double, and she gonna get the big upset against you.
Student body, where's the student body?
Oklahoma high school girls, between the lines, Madi Hill is gonna get the upset on Union on January 6th. We thank you for joining the show, though, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey,
Well, Coach, we'll let her go. Coach, this young lady, man, I'm telling you right now, she's gonna run a business. I'm telling you, she could be somebody's agent. She's a smart young lady, though, really smart, very intelligent. I mean, to play two sports that what she has is pretty tough. I got to keep it 100 on the background. That's the other show, folks. This ain't that show. We're on the wrong show. There we are. There's my man right there. There he is.
Well, I mean, like she says, she's got it scheduled out, her training. And the good part is she still schedules the student life in there as well. So she's got it all kind of scheduled out and makes it work. And she goes from one to the other and very smart young lady as far as the answers and the way her demeanor is. I can see her being a captain on her team. I mean, just the way she carries herself.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you right now, man, I'm excited. Going into this tournament, we're gonna learn a lot. I know we got the chance to go to the Arkansas tournament and do some things there, but we get a chance to go to the tournament, a big time tournament here in Oklahoma, Tulsa Tournament of Champions. You're gonna find out, what you're made of. You got a chance to already playing some tournaments. You got some games on your belt. I know we watched some game film and kind of scouted the team. But, I'm excited, for the next tournament for us. But I'm excited for, some of these big games is going to be coming up. I know your schedule's going to get a little bit tougher. I know you're sitting at 7-0 right now. Girls are playing great basketball. Right now, it's having them come back second semester and be focused. I know it's going to be one of your biggest challenges. So, what's your schedule for the next week or so?
We're going to come back. We're going to take the whole week off this week. We play January 6th, so we'll get a week and a half in before we practice. Practice. We got open gym Monday and Tuesday, and then give them 3 or 4 days off for to be with their families. January is a big grind. There's 2 weeks in them. 2 weeks that you have 4 games between a tournament and a Tuesday game. So, you're probably about 6% of your schedule is played in January. So, I got to give them at least, I think we give them like 5-6 days off, maybe.
Well, you got to
more than,
You got to rest those. You got to rest those legs, Coach. You got to get those legs. Those legs are not in good shape, man. Jump shot's gonna be flat. So I understand about that rest, man. Get that rest. And, kind of like she said, you gotta. She talked about the ice bath. She talked about the the heating. And I know Zoe asked me today. She said, "Hey, Dad, you used to take the boys. I used to take the boys each week before their game. I would take them up to one of those cold baths and let them fit in that. So we're gonna try to do that before we head to Tulsa probably next Sunday. But just like I said, I hope everybody have a Merry Christmas, man. I hope everybody gets what they want. Spend time with the family and friends and loved ones. Got a chance to go to church this morning, got some good loving. Forgive your enemies. Love everybody, folks. I'll tell you right now, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm pumped for Christmas, man. Everybody's gonna be here. So I know you're pumped to get to see your grandbabies and all that. So
our daughter coming up from Houston coming up to today. So we haven't seen her in a couple of years. So for the first time, we'll have, we'll have Trish and we'll have the daughters together at the same time with the granddaughters. So we're looking forward to that. They're in town. We're going to spend all day tomorrow with them. So we're looking forward to having an activity with the family.
But Coach, I ain't got nothing to get upset about. Usually I say Jiminy Christmas, but hey, I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. And like I said, Coach.
Oh.
Hey. Well, folks, we thank you for joining Oklahoma High School Girls Between Lines. Got a chance to talk to Wassel forwards, Madi Hill, the outstanding double-double, as we're going to name her double-double. Young lady that, not only is she a double-double in points and rebounding or assists, but she's a double-double athlete, big-time volleyball player, big-time basketball player. And I think if she played softball again, that's why the softball coach is still trying to get her to come out. I think if she played softball, she could get it. I didn't get a chance to ask her what position, but if I'm guessing, I guarantee she's probably a shortstop or second baseman, or maybe even pitch a little bit, just because how strong her mind is, though. But like I said, folks, you haven't got a chance to see her. We'll have a couple of clips on her, but she's an outstanding basketball player, though. It's always good to get to know these ladies on the other side of the state. So, Coach, I appreciate you, man. I'm pretty sure we'll talk again. We might throw something together quick Wednesday night or Tuesday. Tell everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But Coach, like I said, enjoy your evening, and I'll catch you guys, everybody, next time on Oklahoma High School Goes Between the Lines with my man, Coach Vick. Love you, brother. See you next time. We out.
Yeah. We'd like to thank the following sponsors: Above the Line Hoops, Prep Girl Hoops, Keep It 100, and for the latest in high school girls basketball action, check out the podcast on YouTube at Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball